beginning, I'm going to show you that this is not too good to be true, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. So, looking at rhubarb, a crown is nothing more than a sizable chunk of root, usually shipped dormant, so when you plant it, it's ready to rock and roll. Very similar to how a lot of asparagus is actually sold. So the rhubarb and asparagus experiments are kind of parallel in that the plants are commonly sold as crowns. Here, I'm looking at seeds. While seeds, depending on breeding, might not be 100% exactly the same as the parent, that also offers you a benefit. Your seeds aren't going to have exactly 100% the same susceptibilities and problems as the parent. Sure, there might be a little variation in maturity and when they're ready, but that variation is what makes you less fragile and more resilient as a gardener, grower, or farmer. I think it's important. That's one thing that I'll be examining in quite a few of my projects moving forward. If you grow rhubarb from seed, your cost per seed is less than a penny, whereas if you buy the root crowns, your cost per crown is close to $10. So for $10, you can get, in theory, over 1,000 seeds, and for $10, you could get just over one crown. So the main contention from growers is that if you grow from seed, you can't harvest that year. You have to wait 2 years. Whereas if you harvest from crowns, you just have to wait 1 year. But digging around, I found actually there's a lot of southern growers in zone 9 or above that actually treat rhubarb as an annual. They just have to start it very, very early. So, given the cost, given the time, and given that, so here's Johnny's, accessed March 3rd. Given that rhubarb crowns are sold out, and your only option might actually be seed, if you had $10, what's your best bet? And I'm guessing this is. So let's look at a few things here. One, how do you actually grow rhubarb seeds? And how do you go about doing this in a way that it's going to make sense? So let's find out. Those of you who have seen my videos before know we're about to do another experiment.